Hi, you're joining us today on a rainy cruise on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. Today we stop for water and we reveal what it was we bought in Rugeley that was going to be so life-changing. We've got leaky locks and a cup of tea, so join us today for a narrowboat experience. We ended up having a really lovely mooring spot last night. We moored up 4 locks away and then we absolutely got infested with flies. And I'm not talking, oh, there were a couple of flies. There were literally hundreds of them.
All over the roof of the boat, so it wasn't even like they were circling around the composting toilet.
Yeah.
I don't even think there was any in the bathroom.
No, there were hardly any. So we moved the boat and we opened all the windows and we got rid of all the flies. But it does mean that we are 4 locks ahead of where we wanted to start, which is nice. It kind of feels like we've got a head start today.
Yeah, because originally when I checked it was going to be a 5.5 hour minimal cruising day, and we do also have to fill up with water and empty our rubbish, which adds on anything up to an hour.
Yeah, so it's good to have a head start.
Maybe we should start the clock and see how long it takes us.
Okay, comment below. Swindon to Stourbridge. So often on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, more than any other canal, the ground puddles have caught us off guard, because when you open them, a kind of blowhole ends up exiting and wetting you, and even at this lock I can see little bits of water bubbling under from the reservoir, and the pressure that happens under the locks and the water system and everything. So that's caught us off guard a few times. Loving about the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal is the bridges to cross over for the double gates and the little bits where you can pick up your crew without having to go to the lock landing.
the thing that we bought in Rugeley was this container here, which I think is about 10 litres, and that's enough to do a load of laundry on the wash cycle, and we can get quite a bit of clothing in a load. And then we bought 2 larger containers that sit in our bow locker and give us a bit of extra capacity for in case we run out. So we probably, I think there's 2 25 litres bottles, so 50 litres of extra water, which is more than enough for washing or an extra shower. So we're really pleased with it, and it also weighs the bow of our boat down, because we felt like we were driving along a bit like that. So win-win.
So we are at Green Forge Lock. As the name would suggest, there used to be a forge here, and then later a mill. Now there is a pub, the Navigation Pub, a water point, and that's our lock to do for the moment before we head on towards another lock before we get to the junction. It might seem a little bit annoying to walk past the lock and check that there's nothing coming, but it's actually just really good boating etiquette if the water is not on your side. Pretending like that didn't happen.
What happened? Nothing happened. It's narrow here. There's trees. It's natural.
So that's Ashwood Marina. It looks really interesting. It looks smaller than it is actually, because it seems to go back quite a while. The world's softest horn.
At least it's still working.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, you're not going to bump this side. before Kath even opened the paddles on this lock, which is called Gothersley Lock, we were going down anyway, which just means that the going down paddles are leaking. It took ages to get this gate open because the lock is so leaky, but it was fine in the end. And that happens sometimes. The water actually has to be perfectly level to open the gate. You see people pushing and pulling and fussing with it, but there's just like a moment where it was equal before it ended up emptying quicker than we could fill it. For the leak. Those doors will be on the list. Stourbridge junction has about 4 locks. When you head down the locks, and then you have to turn again, right again, and then there are some visitor moorings, and there is a basin that you can turn around in, and there are some private moorings there as well. So we are heading towards some visitor moorings to have a look at the town.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count. Come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me.
And just like that, we are on a new canal, the Stourbridge Canal, and it is actually one of the prettiest junctions. It's really wide and you come straight to the lock landing. Everything about this canal reminds me of the Llangollen, the big stone carving out and the locks, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
On the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright.
How can Stourton Top Lock not get the award for prettiest lock? There are these stairs that go down to the bottom of the lock for you to get on your boat, and they're gorgeous.
That we only get one life, I wanna make it now and take my hand. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life. I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
Interesting junction here. Somebody's coming out of the lock. We want to turn right. They possibly think we want to go into the lock. So I've jumped off and I'm just going to go do some crazy boater hand signals to indicate that we're turning. There's not a lot of passing room, so we shall see. Pretty tricky corner that to actually get the swing around. But Kath did it beautifully, as always. We cruise into Stourbridge and it is still raining, but our first priority has to be to let the cats out. We're going to spend a week in Stourbridge. We've got some work to do and I've got a lot of paintings to catch up on. Kath's been working really hard on the Art by Anna Marie website and she's been designing a whole new range of t-shirts. There'll be a link in the description below where you can go and check out all the new designs, and if you wouldn't mind, leave us a comment and tell us what your favourite colour is and what your favourite design is of our new set of t-shirts. Thanks for watching. Bye!